Why is LeBron James who he is?
You are where you are in life and business because of your standards.
The people that I've always had issues or problems with are the people that don't demand excellence from themselves.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time. Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel is created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Tony Robbins. Also, if you want to have more motivation, confidence, and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The link to join are in the description below.
You got to separate the vehicle from the outcome. What is it that's going to truly fulfill you? What is it that's going to give you that extraordinary life? The fact that human beings, our strongest drive is the need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. What's going to fulfill you is different than the other person next to you. You're not going to learn that from anybody else. And you got to find it, because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Why is LeBron James who he is? It's not because he's lucky. You know, everyone say, he's lucky. He may have certain physical talents, or Michael Jordan. I remember I interviewed him years ago. And I said, what makes you the best in the world? Is it skill? Is it talent? Is it ability? Is it background? Is it training? And he was so awesome. He said, Tony, I can tell you the truth and it won't sound like hyperbole or false modesty. He said, I didn't even make the high school basketball team my sophomore year. I was cut. He said, what it is every day I demand more from myself than anybody else could possibly expect. I don't compete with other people. I compete with what I'm capable of. And it's just like, that kind of standard is inspiring.
You are where you are in life and business because of your standards. It's just not important enough for you yet to hit that next level. For you, for me, for all of us, we've settled. We've settled for what currently is and haven't demanded from ourselves that we reach that next level. Change your standards, change your life. So I was recently talking to Alex on my team, and he helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa, the largest dance school for salsa in North America probably. And he recently went through this weight loss challenge and he lost, I don't know, I want to say 30 pounds. And now he's sticking to this really thin line of between 150 and 155 pounds. That's his goal, that's his standard. When he's getting close to 155, he slows down on the eating, and when he's around 150, he has a little bit more, and he's constantly staying in this band because he set a new standard for himself. Even though he might have been 180 or 185 before, now anywhere close to 155 is gonna be too much. Like, that's it, that's my new standard, that's the lowest I'm gonna go, which is crazy high compared to what he was before. He's now trying to bring that same standard to his business. So what he's trying to do every day now is, if you follow him on Instagram, is he's posting at the end of the day how proud he is of the effort he put in. How proud is he of the effort that he put in out of 10? And sometimes you see it's 5.5, sometimes you see it's a 7, and every now and then it's an 8 or even a 9. How proud he is of the effort that he put in. This is now the area where he needs to raise his standards. And I was talking to him yesterday, and a big breakthrough that happened was, said, Alex, you've lost 30 pounds, man, or more from your weight loss journey. Now, the idea of being over 155 is crazy when you used to be 180, right? Or 185, it's crazy. You need to take that same approach to your business, to your effort, that you're proud of yourself every day for what you're doing. Anything under 8 should be considered a cheat day. Anything under 8 is like you had a cheat day on your diet. Every now and then on his weight loss journey, he had a cheat day. He had a moment of weakness. He went for a giant pizza and a cake because he was starving and he couldn't control himself. But it was these one-off moments, right? It was like once every 3 weeks or something, and he continued down. That now needs to be your daily effort. If it's under 8, that's like you're eating cake and pizza. 8 needs to be the new waterline, that if you're getting close to it, it's like, holy cow, I need to work harder. I need to accomplish, I need to go off and do. Just like 155 now is that benchmark for himself. And putting into those terms made sense for him because he had higher standards now for himself in what he ate, in how he took care of his body, than he did for what he was doing to his business. And so it's the same thing for you. You want to grow, you want to get better, you want to improve, you have to raise your standards. You have to now not settle for where you're at, because where you're at's good. This is the problem. Good is the enemy of great, right? Where you're at's good, it's good. It's not amazing, but it doesn't suck, because if it sucked, if you hated it every day, you would have to find a way out. But because it's good, you don't do it. You don't change. It's not important enough for you to want to get to that next step. That's what I want to force in this video. I'm going to give you 3 ways to do it. Step number 1 is understand where do you need to have a higher standard? Where in your life do you need to have a higher standard? What's the thing that you want more of? Alex did it in his health and his weight. Now he's applying it to his business and his life. For you, where is it? Is it your health? Is it your business? Is it learning the skill set? Is it posting content every day? Like, where is it that you need to have a higher standard for yourself? Be specific, be clear, write it down. Step number 2 is surround yourself with it daily. One of the greatest things that you need to do that really helps you raise your standards is be around people who are more high achieving in that thing. Be around people who are more high achieving in the thing that you want to get great at, the thing that you are weak at. So if I was hanging around bodybuilders all day, I'd probably work out a lot more, right? Because everybody's doing it, because they have a higher standard. Where I might let myself off the hook for not doing a workout, I'm going to see them crushing it. They're going to lift me up. They'll just have to. They'll lift me up. And I'm going to make them believe in themselves more. That's just going to happen. I was on Twitch streaming last night, League of Legends, and a guy said, man, you're so positive. Twitch is such a negative, toxic place, and you're here spreading positivity. Like, yeah, and I'll keep doing it. And no matter who comes in who's negative and toxic, I am more confident in my positivity and belief than you are in your negativity and toxicity. And so I will make you doubt yourself because of my confidence. Whoever's more confident wins. And so the trick is you're very confident in some things and not so confident in other things. The things that you want to get good at, right? Things that you want to get great at. The things that you want to get great at, not good. Things that you want to get great at. You don't have a high degree of confidence in your ability to do it. You need to be around people who have a high degree of confidence and are doing it. Whether that's actually face-to-face, but it could be through videos, it could be through books, it could be through podcasts. If you are trying to get healthy, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to gain strength, and you're following people on Instagram and watching videos that motivate you every day, it's in your environment every day, it will just pull you up. My videos, my channels, I use for myself because it makes me feel more believe. I surround myself with Tony Robbins every day, and Steve Jobs every day, and Kanye West every day, and Oprah Winfrey every day. They're in my ear. They're in my ear. They're pulling me up, and they can do that for you as well. So whatever it is that you want to raise your standard in, surround yourself every day with that content, with those people. And then step number 3 is schedule for success. The mindset is the first part, but then you got to do something. You want to accomplish a new level. Amazing. What are you going to do every day? Show me in your calendar. Pull out your calendar. Pull out your, week to week, from this Sunday until the next Sunday, from 7 days in between. What are you going to do? Show me in your calendar where you're spending time developing this new habit, fixing your new mindset, putting the actual work in. You want to gain muscle? Awesome. It's great to be around people who are doing it, but then you have to actually put in your calendar, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to start lifting some weights. You want to create YouTube content? Amazing. It's great maybe to be inspired watching me or other YouTube creators, but nothing happens until you pick up your phone and you start filming something. And that has to be in your calendar. If you hope for something to happen, it's not going to happen. If you hope for something to happen, it's not going to happen, right? This is something that you have a slipping standard on. You know you want to get better at, and so it has to be in your calendar. You have to schedule for success. This is what new success looks like for you. Great. Your success is your habits. So schedule it in. That every week or every day or every month, however often you need to do it, it's in there, it's happening. You're going to raise your standards because of it. Now I have a special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I want to know, where do you need to raise your standards? What's the next level look like for you? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you made it this far and you're still watching, I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe in the comments as well.
The people that I've always had issues or problems with are the people that don't demand excellence from themselves. I won't tolerate that. So I think when the career is said and done, they're not going to be looking at you, a player on his team, and saying, you didn't win a championship. No, they're going to be looking here, right? So it's my responsibility to make sure everybody's holding themselves accountable. I'm holding you accountable. If we just played a back-to-back and we have practice the next day, your ass better be there, tape ready to go, right? Because I'm there and I'm ready, and I just got finished lifting weights for 2 hours, right? So I hold guys to a higher standard.
One of the things about my team in particular is we do share a lot of DNA. So everyone does have very high standards. They want to be the best. They want to crush it. They want to come out with new things. They want to be innovative. They want to always be at that next level. So I can only play with people like that because they're the only people that get my kind of little weirdness and craziness. So that's number one. Number two is we're also realists, and we've been in this game long enough to realize you're not going to hit a home run every single time. I always like to call it the SNL effect. Like, I love SNL. I think it's a great show. I've always watched it, but you don't get to dick in a box unless you actually do all of these other skits. I mean, it was one of the funniest, in my opinion. I know people are like, but it was one of the funniest skits back in the day. It was hilarious. And I remember watching that thing so many times and going like, this is genius. Remember Justin Timberlake? And it was just like this whole thing. Again, in today's culture, in 2019 culture, that would get ripped apart. I'm talking about in that particular moment in time, I thought it was funny. You don't get to some of their most hilarious skits unless you produce a lot of work. So coming back to your point in terms of high standards, you can have really high standards for things, but you have to allow yourself to do a lot of volume and make mistakes. So an example was in the fall, we went out and did some things on the road that it was a new thing. And we're not using any of the footage because it wasn't very good. I'm not crying in my cereal over that. That's like part of the game. So I think it's very possible to have high standards, which is different than perfectionism, and allow yourself the grace and the space to play and experiment and fall on your face or not use stuff.
If you want to know how Sarah Blakely manifests her ideas, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.